course it is.
She's right.
Thank you.
Well, it's their own fault for saving it.
Revelio.
Oh.
Revelio.
We should speak with Mr. Bickle's friends. I believe I can sneak away without drawing my mother's eye. Meet me near Hogsmeade, and we will devise a plan.
I think I know how and where to approach the centaurs about protecting the Snidgets. Meet me in the Forbidden Forest.
Professor Fig, the Keepers have shown me where the next trial is.
Has something changed?
Lodgok and I have learned that the goblins are searching for another repository, like the one we saw at Rookwood Castle. And I discovered that they're building massive drills to help in their search. Professor Fitzgerald seemed very concerned.
I see. Ranrock clearly knows even more than we suspected.
And sir, there's something else. Lodgok knew Miriam.
He knew Miriam?
They encountered each other at Rookwood Castle. She was doing research. That's where she found the container with the port key. He liked her so much that he let her leave with it, despite orders from Ranrock.
I don't know what to say. She could win over almost anyone. I want to hear more of this. And, in fact, I'd like to speak with Lodgok directly. But we've no time now. Where is the next trial?
Believe it or not, it's in the headmaster's office.
Incredible. Very well, you'll need the password to get past the stone gargoyle. The headmaster's house elf will know it.
I don't know the headmaster's house elf. Will he even speak to me? I imagine he's loyal to the headmaster.
He is. So you'll need a disguise. I have just the thing. A polyjuice potion. You'll look and sound like Professor Black.
Wait, doesn't polyjuice potion require a bit of the person you want to change into? And take ages to brew?
It does.
So how do you already have polyjuice potion to change into Professor Black?
One never knows when such a thing may come in handy. Let's just say I felt the need to be prepared for anything after my fruitless trip to the ministry on his behalf. Now, time is of the essence. Drink up and I shall explain more.
哎，那个叫做有我要的那个哎，什么那个月亮球什么的。恶心，衣服也变了。
How do you
太
feel?
诡异了。
Incredible. I won't forget that taste anytime soon. How do I sound?
Convincing. I've taken the liberty of transfiguring your robes. As we discussed, you'll need the password from Scrope, who could be anywhere in the castle. You might look for Professor Kagawa. She's taken to badgering the poor elf about Quidditch in the hopes that he can convince Black to change his mind. Thus far, unsuccessfully.
I see. But what if Professor Black sees me?
Leave him to me. I shall tell him where to meet a liaison from the ministry in Hogsmeade. That should give you plenty of time.
Thank you, Professor. I suppose we'll meet again in the map chamber.
It's rather strange to hear gratitude coming from Professor Black. I'll see you there.
Now to find the headmaster's house elf.
感谢真的是很奇怪的事，笑死。 啊，现在不能转时间哦。快转，钱哦比较重要。那我可以直接拿嘛，用他的身份去拿那个圆口。给我拿，不给拿，大哥。所有的技能都不当事。
Do you have a moment, Professor? Professor, I was hoping to catch you.
Places to be, Professor Sharp. Places to be.
Of course, sir. Only, you'd asked me about a particular potion, and well,
I did? I did, yes. Well, spit it out, Sharp. I don't have all day.
Probably best not to discuss it here, sir.
I assure you, Sharp, you may speak freely.
Very well. I've brewed the cure for boils you wanted. I can drop it by your office when it's convenient.
Of course, yes. No need for all the cloak and dagger. Simply have a student deliver it.
A student. Very well, sir, if you insist.
I do. And thank you, Sharp. I just hope you've brewed enough for all my boils.
Now, to determine which student gets this rather unenviable task.
I haven't time for any of you at the moment. None. None at all. Move aside.
乱搞，恶整校长，舒爽。
When I witness what passes for magic in these halls, I simply mourn for the future of the wizarding world.
What could the headmaster want?
Gareth! Mr. Weasley! What are you doing here? Don't you have somewhere to be?
Oh, Professor! Yes, of course. All sorts of places I'd rather be right now. Do you need something from me?
I'm looking for my house elf. Surely you've seen him?
Ah, the little one-eared fellow. I saw him heading to the Great Hall moments ago, muttering on about your, sterling graces, sir.
I am watching you, Mr. Weasley. Mr. Redding, who owns Honeydukes, tells me some of his billywig stings recently went missing. Prime potion ingredient. And I know you fancy yourself a skilled potioneer.
What? But, sir, I haven't been anywhere near Honeydukes.
Bah! That's enough from you. Just know that I have eyes and ears everywhere. On your way, Mr. Weasley.
就来用这个来搞自己的朋友。
Well, there's one for my diary.
Chewing with your mouth open? Where are your manners?
圣诞节。
Headmaster, here, what could he want?
Mr. Gaunt, where do you think you're going?
I beg your pardon, sir. I'm simply on my way outside.
Taking the day off, eh? Typical student, wasting the hours away.
I have to write 20 inches on Dittany and its uses. Was heading to the greenhouse.
Ah, yes. Mixed with bubo tuber pus makes a fine mustache paste. Yes, mustache paste. I find.
Are you feeling all right, sir? You don't seem yourself.
I assure you, I am quite healthy, Gaunt.
到处找自己朋友麻烦之类的。
Greeting.
Something is very wrong with
Professor, a word? I should like to speak with you, Professor. Professor Black, again, it is not too late to reconsider your decision regarding Quidditch. We could still have trials and a somewhat shortened season. It would be better than none at all.
But the injury, Madam Kogawa.
Professor, more than one student has taken a bludger to the head on our pitch. I dare say it knocked some sense into them. And they're fine now. The fact that it happened to be a pureblood, well, that's no reason to...
What nonsense! That you would trivialize the health of a student over a silly game.
A silly game? You are quite impossible sometimes. Sir, I've a good mind to write to the Department of Magical Games and Sports at the Ministry about you.
I should think you'd have better things to do with your time. Now, where's my elf?
Good day, Professor. And I spotted Scrope in the Great Hall. Seems to be avoiding me.
I wonder why. Good day, Madam Kogawa.
What did we do to deserve him as a headmaster?
好快笑死！哎，上面是什么？怎么会有学生在
my
上 面？
ivory-handled hand mirror? Of course you haven't.
学生，你怎么了？这样子很好玩吗？真好玩哎！我确实是好玩。笑死！
The headmaster, and he's coming this way.
都是他朋友。
Miss Broom, a word.
Oh, Professor, this is an interesting surprise. It's Bloom, by the way.
Remind me of your area of affinity, Broom. OWLs are swift approaching.
Charms, sir. Non-verbal spells. Might work on one that makes me disappear.
Well, keep at it, Broom. And before you know it, you'll be as invisible as that new fifth year seems to be.
They're not invisible, sir. I've seen them near the library. In fact, they help me with my, heavy books.
Speaking of invisible, where's my blasted house elf?
Something seems a little off with the headmaster.
呀，吃错药，没错，这个校长真的吃错药。
You call that a shine on those boots? Do better!
Professor, I need to speak to you. Hello, Professor Black.
Ah, Professor Weasley. How delightful to see you.
Sir?
Since I have you here, I wonder if I might, speak with you about Professor Fig.
Oh. Very well.
I've decided to give him a bit more, leeway with his time.
Leeway, Professor? Are you sure that's wise? I confess I do worry for his students. He's rarely here as it is.
Ah, well, yes. He's handling some official ministry business for me.
I see. But, sir, if I may, I am wary of how much time the new fifth year seems to be spending away from the castle, supposedly on Professor Fig's behalf. I've heard unsettling rumours of their escapades. Everything from sneaking into the Forbidden Forest to confronting Ranrock's loyalists and Rookwood's lot.
What? Goodness. You cannot believe everything you hear, Professor. No, you cannot. I mean, I shall keep an eye on Fig. You simply keep doing the wonderful job that you're doing. Simply wonderful.
Thank you. But I'm happy to look into...
Good. That'll be all, Weasley. I mean, Professor Weasley. Good day.
A wonderful job. Leeway for Professor Fig. I shall never understand that man.
That ought to give Professor Fig some breathing room.
笑死！哎，这边还有一个。
Professor Black is happy with Scrope's performance as his house elf. There's no doubt in Scrope's mind.
Scrope!
Oh, greetings, Master.
Remind me of the password to my office.
Oh, but Master made Scrope swear never to tell anyone, even Master himself.
How dare you question me? I've a mind to give you a matching set of ears.
Yes, sir. Of course, sir. Scrope begs forgiveness. It is the Black family motto, Master.
Right. Of course.
Master does remember it.
It's pure bloods forever, isn't it?
Close, Master. Scrope thinks Master is indeed testing Scrope. It is always pure.
Obviously.
And, of course, as Master knows, in French.
Ah, yes, of course. I order you to pronounce it for me.
Oh, but Master knows that Scrope's French is most pitiful. Oh, very well. Toujours pur.
Ha!
Toujours
Thank
pur.
you. Never speak of this conversation with me or anyone else.
Of course, sir. Scrope shall try his best to keep out of Master's way.
It's
Ahem. Attention, students. I hereby decree that the Great Hall be forthwith decorated.
这是太私欲了吧？你做这些有的没的，就是会被人家发现说到底你在干嘛？哦，一直打嗝，感觉快要变回快要变回原来的样子。
Made it just in time. It's wearing off.
Fig was right. I can't believe it worked. Now, to speak the password to the gargoyle. Revelio. Confringo! Revelio.
How nice to see you, my young friend.
Lumos. Revelio.
哦，算是龙。这个18、17、17、 closer.
Revelio.
几个？还有4个。
What are you up to now?
Revelio. 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 Revelio.
晚饭迟到，上课迟到没关系，晚饭迟到比较悔恨。
Revelio.
Handy resource indeed, your field guide. Revelio. I'm most pleased to be included.
Revelio.
I can do this. I can do this. They will want to help.
Is this where we're meeting the centaurs?
Well, they don't exactly know we're coming, so it's less of a meeting and more of a surprise, I suppose.
I'm not sure about this. I can't imagine they're fond of being surprised.
We don't have a choice if we want to help the Snidgets. Perhaps they'll be able to tell that we're sincere. There's something about them that's so knowing. It's almost unnerving.
I suppose they are known for having an air of omniscience.
That's exactly the right word. I just... never mind.
What is it?
It's nothing, truly. We've no secrets to hide.
That's right. We'll simply be honest with them about what we're trying to do. They'll have to help us, won't they?
Yes, of course. You're absolutely right. We'll meet with them, tell them about the Snidgets, and I'm sure...
What do you think you're doing here, humans?
Please! We were hoping to speak with you.
Ah! I suppose you'd like a tale for your friends of the time you spoke to a centaur, and it spoke back.
No, never! We're here because we need your help.
Enough! You made a grave error in judgment in coming here, little witch.
Leave them be, Alec. We do not harm the young. It is not our way.
You forget your place, old fool. I'm the leader of this herd, and while you cling to our way, their kind continues to slaughter beasts like us without a care!
From what I can see, they have slaughtered no one. They will leave here unharmed.
Mark my words, Doran. If I ever see them again, it will be all 3 of your heads.
Foolish children. Do you know what happens to wizards who wander here? Now, follow me before
Golden Snidgets are still alive, and the poachers are after them. They know that the key to finding them lies in the moonlight, but they don't know what that means, yet. Please, help us find the Snidgets before the poachers do.
Could it be? In the south, there is a cave within which lies what the poachers seek. A moonstone. Retrieve it and place it in the henge in the forest. I, on the other hand, must go speak with the herd. Find me after you have done this.
I don't understand. So the moonlight mentioned in the journal doesn't refer to actual moonlight, but to a moonstone. What do moonstones have to do with snidgets? And why was he so certain about where we could find one?
Isn't moonstone all around us? Why retrieve one from a cave?
Knowing centaurs, I suspect he's referring to a specific moonstone. We'll likely know it when we see it.
I don't know, but I am inclined to believe him, what with his being a centaur and all.
I am too. It is a shame how quickly he left. What was his name? Doran.
That's what the leader of the herd called him.
Well, if Doran knows something we don't, I'd rather act now and ask questions later. I can head to the library and start looking into the cave you mentioned. I'll let you know what I find.
疯狂的
Here's one of those tables Professor Shah mentioned.
有这个星座吗？天龙座。
Revelio. Confringo! Oh, what's the light of your eyes?
Revelio. It's shameful what you've done to helpless beasts. Could it be a Merlin trial? Revelio. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Confringo. Bombarda. Revelio. Accio. Revelio.
这个是什么呢
Confringo! Reducto! Incendio! Confringo! Confringo! You will not survive this fight! Rookwoods don't go down easy! Confringo! That's the best you... Reducto! Confringo! Potato!
Revelio.
That's just pitiful! Reducto! You're a bit dodgy with Confringo!
看戏仔就是
Reducto! Confringo! And I haven't even had my tea yet! Reducto! Turn that Confringo! Reducto! That's proper football there! Confringo!
卡住了。What the fuck？ 这游戏真棒！我只能倒带了。我跟你说，我就只能倒带了。看戏仔，看戏仔也。
Iondale's not half as tough as it sounds.
Oh, 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 oh. I shan't be having none of your nonsense. Potato! Confringo! I think that one hurt. Reducto!
Someone's going to regret trespassing.
Oh, what's the light of your eyes?
I know you don't fall in the dark arts. What have you done? Avoiding
Confringo. Bombarda. What do you have in store for me this time?
Wait, 我到底丢到谁？
Potato! Incendio! Clumsy little fool! Revelio! No! Confringo!
Revelio.
那我加油吧！我继续接我任务。不务正业，等一下又被卡。
Confringo. Revelio. Bombarda. Incendio! Closer! Here! Reparo. Sendo. Dependo. Arresto Levioso.
东不对。没招了。
Rebellion. Confringo. Rebellion.
Protego! Confringo! This one! Take up touch! Incendio!
Lumos.
Oh, what the knock out of your eyes.
Merlin himself would be proud. Revelio.
他们打完了吗？
Confringo! Revelio!
他们打完了没？感觉打完了。哦，3怪赢了，而且等级好高。31不行不行，我打不赢，感觉我会吐血而亡。
Revelio!
Frick.
Confringo!
What was that? Oh!
Bombada!
That isn't the fighting.
Who lived here, I wonder? Revelio! Sometimes it seems all roads lead to Hogsmeade. Revelio.
Hello again. Wonderful to see you. As before, I've arranged a special price on the broom upgrade for you. You'll be thrilled with that broom, I promise you. Thanks for stopping by. You're all set with the new upgrade. I can't wait to hear what you think. This may sound presumptuous, but...
You'd like me to report back with even more flight details?
You know me well. I feel I'm almost there. I just think I can improve broom flight a bit more. Miss Ray's is running a time trial at the South Coast course. Not ideal, really, what with rumours of Ranrock's lot and Ashwinders infiltrating the place. However, if you're flying high above them, you should be all right, I think.
I'm not worried, Mr. Weeks. I'll see if I can find Imelda.
I hope you are able to complete these trials. I have a feeling this final upgrade is going to be a sweeping success. Do be careful, of course. I shall look forward to hearing from you soon. I look forward to our next meeting.
Perhaps I could test out my new upgrade on the way.
来偷休息，来解个任务吧，解个飞飞的任务。在哪里？怎么那么远？天哪！这里是哪里？我是谁？我都没来过这边呢。哎，也太遥远了吧！天哪！我晕了，我要飞过去了，走过去，不知道走到美国去。地图还那么大没开，感觉我以为我快要完结篇了，结果是想太多。唉。
Let's go! Come on, Highwing!
卡住。
Highwing, go!
拍得很开，
How nice of you to stop
拍得很
by.
开心，就是卡住了。哦，我飞不过去，尴尬。我不能直接这样飞啊！有那么的这么硬吗？不给我飞，一定要用走的。他这个一道墙，我要吐了！我跟你说，啊，为什么不给我偷懒？偷懒不是很好吗
No need to race now, my friend.
偷懒不是很好吗？
Revelio.
那我只能继续跑其他的主线了，其他的支线了。朋友的一堆毛。
One of the best meals I've ever eaten.
这是，四尾猫哎！我要这个，我要它材料。
Professor Howard will never believe this.
我要一单一个母的。这只，那这只什么？公的。哦，我不是这里。不要跑！
There. I'm not going to hurt you.
Revelio. 挡 中之物。怎么会有山怪？我放弃，我继续接我的朋友的任务。朋友的任务怎么那么麻烦？这边好。
Off on another adventure, are we?
我还是要试我新的扫帚到底多快好了。
Abandoned long ago, no doubt.
Revelio.
这是什么？毛球吗？哦，是毛球。毛球我已经好像有曾经拥有过它。毛球。为什么这里有打？
Are you ready to put an end to Harlow?
I'm ready to do what's needed to take Harlow down. I know you have a plan.
We must gather information from the friends of Mr. Bickle that Archie and Mrs. Bickle mentioned. Agabus Filbert, Otto Dibble, and Mr. and Mrs. Rabe.
All right.
I suggest that you speak with each of them while I head to the Hogshead. I saw some Ashwinders heading there. And as my mother would never go near the Hogshead, she is less likely to learn of my activities than if I were to wander the village questioning its residents.
Where am I to find these friends of his?
I do not know about Mr. Rabe, but his wife, Daisy, is often in Hogsmeade, as is Agabus Filbert. And Otto Dibble, he works at Gladrags, so you will likely find him there.
What sort of information am I trying to gather from these people?
They may know what evidence Mr. Bickle had against Harlow, or they may have evidence of their own. We simply need to know whatever they know.
Very well. I'll speak with them. See what I can learn.
I knew I could rely on you. We need to know how they are being blackmailed by Rookwood and Harlow. Meet me here after you have spoken with them. Hopefully, by the time you return, I will be able to move a bit more freely.
哈？我突然有点懵掉，什么？啊？
Mrs. Rabe should be...
Oh, Iska, what have I done?
Mrs. Rabe, I wondered if I might speak with you about Theophilus Harlow. I'm a friend of the Bickles and I'm trying to gather evidence against him.
Poor Joanna and little Archie. And now Harlow has taken my darling Isco.
What do you mean? Why?
I'm a security guard at Gringotts, and my husband is a curse breaker for them. Harlow approached me about helping him extort my colleagues into giving him treasures from the vaults.
And you declined?
Of course I declined. Repeatedly. I thought they'd given up, until I came home one night and found my husband gone, and a note affixed to my door with a knife. The note stated that I only had a few days to reconsider helping with some banking needs, and that my husband would appreciate it if I acted quickly. But the help Harlow wants is help that I cannot give, and my dearest Isco is paying the price.
Huh?
Why wouldn't Harlow extort your husband?
Isco's job is even more removed from the vaults than mine. He travels the world for the bank. He could do nothing for Harlow. I'm the one in the bank on a daily basis, which evidently makes me an enticing target for blackmail.
No?
Have you helped Harlow since your husband was taken?
No. I'm worried sick about Isco, but he'd never want me to compromise my integrity. I also know that he's extremely clever. That said, I was hoping he would have escaped by now. It makes me concerned as to why he hasn't.
Are you sure the note means that your husband was kidnapped?
What else could it possibly mean? Besides, I came home to find that someone had trampled the daisies in our garden. It may sound silly, but those were Isco's pride and joy. He would never have let that happen.
Thank you, Mrs. Rabe. Knowing the lengths that Harlow will go to is helpful, albeit more than disturbing.
Mr. Bickle was trying to help us, but now he's gone. I don't know what to do.
I shall do all I can to get evidence against Harlow, Mrs. Rabe.
Very well. Here's the note I received. You must be careful as well. Please don't put yourself in danger.
Some evidence worth hanging on to.
Thank you. Oh, I hope it's not too late.
Now to find Mr. Bickle's other two friends.
哎，他配合这个任务是什么啊？我忘记了。他是要做说妖精是很危险的，要找证据。
Otto works at Gladrags. I should check there.
然后他妈妈阻止，所以他们就要用正常的管道去指控，让魔法部的人来去抓他。
Please tell me you didn't take it, but perhaps it's been here all along.
Mr. Dibble, may I speak with you? It's about Theophilus Harlow.
I've nothing to say about him. May I interest you in a stunning cravat today?
Please, sir, I would like to help. I spoke to Mrs. Bickle.
You know the Bickles? All right. But we must be discreet. Can't have Mr. Hill hearing this.
I know Mr. Hill. He was kind to me the day of the troll attack.
Oh, he's a good man. But even he wouldn't understand about Harlow. It started a few weeks ago. I was distracted, reading a note, when you-know-who came into the shop. I hid the note behind the counter and offered to help him. He stared at me for a moment, then asked me to check on an order he'd placed. I went into the storeroom to check on what turned out to be a non-existent order. When I returned, he was holding the note.
What was in the note?
It was a note from Rosie Hill, Mr. Hill's daughter. You see, we've been, well, secretly engaged these past 6 months. We haven't told Mr. Hill yet. I dare say he has higher hopes for her. Harlow advised me in no uncertain terms that my relationship with Rosie, not to mention my employment here, depended upon my cooperation.
What did he ask you to do?
It all happened so quickly. In an instant, he took a very expensive scarf from the counter, pocketed it, and smiled. He said, "Your secret is safe as long as I can supply my lady friend with delightful items like this every so often." I've been able to cover for his requests until now with some creative bookkeeping, but I can't keep it up for much longer. I'm terrified to say anything. I could never live without Rosie.
啊？这样子也可以威胁？这奇怪了吧？
Could you give me a bit more detail about the note that might help me to identify it should I come across it?
It's on Rosie's special pink stationery. It has her monogram at the top, RH. That's how Mr. Hill would know it was real.
What have you been doing to keep the extortion a secret?
Well, as I mentioned, creative bookkeeping. And I've also been trying to cover the costs with my own savings, but I'm running out of money. Of course, none of this bodes well for my efforts to improve my circumstances and to be worthy of Rosie.
I met Mr. Hill the day of the troll attack. He was kind to me. Why don't you just tell him?
He's a lovely man. But when it comes to Rosie, I fear he loses all perspective. He'd see this as a grave betrayal. I'd lose my job instantly, and Rosie as well.
Thank you for telling me. I'm gathering evidence to take Harlow down.
I would love nothing more than to see him rotting in Azkaban, but be careful. He's an awful man and incredibly dangerous. As for Rosie's letter, should you happen upon it, I have committed it to memory. You may destroy it immediately.
Understood.
Now hurry off before Mr. Hill returns. Where was I?
We're on the right track. Now to find the last of Mr. Bickle's friends.
Handy resource.
Miss Filbert must be around here somewhere. Excuse me, Mr. Filbert. I wondered if I might speak with you about your dealings with Theophilus Harlow. I hope to ease Mrs. Bickle's mind by gathering evidence against him.
Tragic, what happened to Bickle. He wanted me to speak out against Harlow for an act of violence committed against me. But I feared Harlow's retaliation, and so I refused.
If you had spoken out against him as Mr. Bickle asked, perhaps Harlow would be locked away by now.
Perhaps. But perhaps I would have suffered a similar fate.
You said that Harlow committed an act of violence against you. Could you tell me what happened?
Before my extraordinary wife, Dulcibella, passed away, she had just completed a small book of poetry. As a surprise for her birthday, one she never had the chance to celebrate, I had the book beautifully bound and plated in gold. One day, Harlow came calling to punish me for having spoken out against the Neanderthals that comprised Rookwood's lot. Before I knew it, I'd been petrified, and Harlow was rifling through my home. He found the book of poetry with its exquisite gold plating. I watched helplessly, lying there in my entranceway as he walked away with the book, laughing as he went. I was shaken to my core. Still am, to be honest.
I imagine you fear Harlow retaliating again. But do you mind if I share this information with Officer Singer?
I suppose I have no choice. This extortion can't go on forever. You can pass it on to anyone who may be willing to help. Harlow does not like people talking, as you already know.
I've spoken with Mr. Bickle's friends. Now to find Natty.
Hello? Oh.怎么要11点了？那么快
Revelio.
It's not like Natty to be late. She said she was going to the Hog's Head. Perhaps I'll find her there. Natty must be around here somewhere.
Revelio.
Natty's wand. She can cast without it. She wanted me to find this. She's in trouble. Revelio will show me where she was taken.
他朋友，这样呢？
Revelio.
Nosy little students get what's coming to them.
Natty must have been taken this way. I need to find her quickly.
啊？什么时候有这个地方？我怎么不知道？
Footprints led to this room. There must be another way forward.
Revelio. Revelio.
The hidden door.
Revelio.
Hattie must have been taken this way. I need to find her quickly. I'd better be sure I'm not seen.
There's trouble.
Revelio.
I don't want to work with you. It's not gonna work. Using that girl as bait. Coming for her. We all need to kill her. Only a Hogwarts student would be arrogant enough to come in here alone. Keep on your toes. Stay alert.
诱拐我去找他。找到雅各布斯列伯的情书哦，还要帮他们找东西哦。那感觉是大屠杀完之后的安心的找，好像比较快哈。
I shall be shining in Rookwood's eyes when he sees what I'm capable of. I used to be stationed near Irondales with Selwyn.
They don't seem to care for me, the Hogsmeade. Can't say I blame them for all I've done. Something afoot.
It might have gone more to plan if you'd paid attention to instructions. Cleaning your ears.
I know I'm not hearing
Revelio. What does it tell us?
人等不了啊！怎么等级那么高？
Stupendous. Expulso! Might want to look up. Expulso! I'm just warming up. Have you gone too far?
So close.
I said even the offer. More courage in a poor.
哇塞啊，等级那么高，为什么支线任务的等级会比主线的任务等级还高？
Hattie must have been taken this way. I need to find her quickly.
No.
Revelio. I'd better be sure I'm not seen.
It's not gonna work. No. Using that girl as bait. That one's coming for her. We ought to just kill her.
Harlow says her friend had been wrecked, you know. He wants them alive.
Only a Hogwarts student would be arrogant enough to come in here alone.
Just keep an eye out.
我的等级当时大2级就是越级等级了。
seen such a look of fear in your eyes. I should think
Is that you, Roylance?
Revelio.
Yeah.
Get back here, Roylance, you stewed like a lamb! Here I find you!
What was that sound?
To your knees.
You're easier to spot than an irrumpent.
How does that feel?
What are your thoughts? You've made a great. That's just the beginning. I'm just warming up.
This has become personal.
Flash of inspiration. Expulsion. Quite conductive, aren't we?
哦，他等级好高哦！我要直接控制他打其他人是对的。啊，他的电什么时候可以消失啊？有，我又遇到 bug 了吗？爆伤鸭的宝贵。
Book of poems that was taken from Agabus Filbert. He'll be thrilled to have this back.
直接开打可能真的是比较有那么多的人，叫我要悄悄的帮你们找东西，还要逃过这边，也太难了吧？然后上面怎么还有敌人？他们是非常漂亮的 AI， 歪掉的 AI。
Revelio.
不断的反复阅读一张是寄来信，在我们见面之前，我每小时就对阅读一次。想到我们短时间内无法见面，我就感到害怕。呀，
Otto Dibble's love letter from Rosie. He wanted me to destroy this if I found it.
Revelio.
那你放在我身上就好了。
Revelio.
高调的移形。老鼠、老虎、傻傻的。
Revelio.
We should speak to her again. Perhaps she'll tell us where we can find that friend of hers.
She's determined to say nothing. The boss will deal with her when he arrives. I'd rob my own father if there were galleons in.
Go on. Always claiming he knows about herbology, this one. What a laugh. Go on. Name 9 herbs that don't kill you but cause a nasty pop.
I'll build a cemetery by the time I retire.
这次我就可以真人化死了吧
？Revelio.
这边那么的，下面那么热闹，然后上面人都没事。隐形应该可以，我觉得不是可以攻击吗？对啊。
What's that? Better have a look then.
Tell us. Revelio.
瞄一下，让我瞄一下，还有没有什么东西没捡？应该没了吧？赶快去。
He must be here somewhere.
去找人。
You found us. I knew you would realize I had left my wand for you. Speak to Mr. Ray. He will tell you what you need to do.
I need your help.
Hello, Amora.
怎么会有银康的宝箱？你？
Revelio.
没有，当。
Mr. Rabe, Daisy told me you'd been abducted.
You spoke with my wife. How is she?
Worried about you. Are you all right?
I am all right. Thank you for coming. These locks are cursed, and there's an anti-apparition jinx on the cells. Even Natty's skill with wandless magic cannot free us. I need you to find my wand.
Mr. Rabe, I found your wand.
Well done. I knew it was nearby. Now, you best stand back. One never knows how a curse will react to being broken.
好的。
Revelio.
分享。没啊？怎么觉得什么事情都没发生？还有什么事？还蛮低调的啊。有什么东西？
Thank you, Mr. Isco.
My pleasure. And thank you, my friend. We owe our lives to your bravery. I may be too weak to disapparate with you both, but I can try.
You go ahead. Find Officer Singer. We will get out of here on our own.
Very well. But be careful. Thank you, my young friends.
Be prepared for a fight. These Ashwinders must pay.
他的同伴跟我一样嗜血，直接说：“咱们开干吧！我们让他们知道代价的，开干！”那有什么东西可以捡？没了，哦，当当当的。剩一只而已，而那只的较高。有同伴应该算不错吧。
Rebellion.
They got what they deserved.
同学你也蛮嗜血的，这样子物以类聚，大概就是这样子吧。喵。刚刚有当当当，这边就没有当当当。算了，没有要解全成就，应该不要那么的执着。我不是，我撞墙，好暗哦。
Lumos.
你演 Lumos 太慢了，我都已经 Lumos， 你才跟我一起 Lumos， 我怎么离开？上面吗？
Rebellion. Lumos.
Lumos.
你的 Lumos 怎么？他怎么那么的粗壮 ？Lumos， 非常的粗壮。
Rebellion.
对啊，这边就有当当当。 这个入魔是我怎么我的？让我都想睡觉。入魔是。我要怎么出去啊？ 哦，那边有一道墙啊！我怎么进来的？啊，我怎么进来的？这边吗？哦，找到了，找到了。要嘎达。
Rebellion. Lumos.
Let's find Officer Singer and put an end to Harlow once and for all.
Okay. 哦，被抓到了。
Natsai Onai, I should have known. And you, the troll dispatcher. Oh, thank goodness the two of you are safe. Isco Rabe told me a couple of students had rescued him. Should have known it was you two.
Is Mr. Rabe all right?
He is. I sent him home to his wife, Miss Onai. Your mother will not be pleased to learn that you're still risking your safety pursuing these dangerous men.
Actually, Officer Singer, Natty and I learned of several Hogsmeade residents who've had their lives threatened by the Ashwinders. In addition to abducting Mr. Rabe to blackmail his wife and Natty, Rookwood and Harlow have also extorted Agabus Filbert and Otto Dibble.
I will look into all of that. As for the two of you, I appreciate what you're trying to do, but you are taking great risk. Next time, please let the authorities handle the Ashwinders.
Yes, officer. Do you have enough evidence to take down Harlow and the rest of Rookwood's lot?
Well, it's certainly a good start. We shall see. But you can leave this to me now. Outside, you may wish to speak with your mother about this before I do.
My mother will not like this. Thank you again for rescuing me. We shall speak soon.
看一下人物，又有几个东西要辨识，好麻烦。算了，先看一下人物吧。哈，好像没事做了要主线要跑很久感觉我要明天才能完，不然主线跑不完。我先回去霍格华兹去消一下我的解除问号啊，顺便打理一下我的骑兽。好像很微哦，看一下有没有新很微的衣服可以穿。哦，0分，居然比我现在的等级还低，为什么？他是30级的，居然比我29级的还要低，奇怪。哦，好像很会哦。哦，使用画面隐形的时候咒语伤害。又有新的颜色了，舒服。哦，好，寄信给我。 我们把最近结婚的事情跟希尔先生说了，祝我好运吧。他怎么那么突然就说要度蜜月呢？他说他不是偷偷摸摸的，不敢跟他们两个人的关系跟他爱人的爸爸讲。然后，他已经跟他们，然后他们就跑去偷偷的签了200块的婚姻，然后就说，我们结婚了哦，所以你强制要祝福我们了，我们要去度蜜月了，拜拜，这样子，好狠哦，这个人都狠，直接强制要加活动。可能这个砍他在家。看一下，感觉没有很缺耶。没有材料哎。Everybody， 来刷毛啦！吃东西刷毛啦！追呢，哎呦，刷肚肚，哈哈哈哈哈！他笑得好开心哦。茉莉说就是可爱。哎，我不是要揍你们，真的，我不是要揍你们，误会，他很生气也跑走了，生气耶。好，对不起，我错了，我为你亲手为你吃饭。来吃饭吧，大孩子。
Rebellion。
呱呱，呱呱。呱呱，鸭嘴兽。那我来培育好了。 大了吧？我怎么觉得？
You are the talk of the school since you saved Mr. Rabe and I from the Ashwinders. We have come so far. We should discuss the next steps in our plan to stop Harlow.
是角度问题吗？好像有点挡路哎，这样。随便啊，随便啊。啊，我要培育。哈，我的玻璃，我的可爱的玻璃兽只有一只公的，不得了。没有啊，我玻璃兽，哈，都是公的，怎么会？我以为我抓了2只，一公一母哎，你难过？哎，对哦，还有新的，好的。时间再来。换另外一间，再把它丢过去。这个实在是太幽暗了，我实在是舍不得带其他的宠物过来。算了。 所以他们到底是狮子还是猫？混合体就对了。 各位宝贝们，你们这边劲爆了，感觉要抓你们抓你们去买，去找个良好的、不错的、好的主人照顾你们，没空间的书。眼睛，大颗的眼睛，我盯着你看。刷网，大家都舒爽。多可爱！小使者亲自喂养，给太多只了，大家都没了，都要等待。被我撸过，每日一咕噜，快乐就是咕咕噜。还有谁？召唤你过来。怎么办？我觉得这个真的太多了。好啦，舍得要取要有所舍得，把一些搬家了，拿去卖好。
I'll look after you.
现在就太多只了，多只。
Everything's all right now.
Meow.
Revelio.
Meow. 哎，这里怎么会有塑料袋 ？Amazing。来给他们球球玩好了。大家来玩球球 ，Let's play。哎呀，别弹出去了。每次球都弹出去，实在是不是很好。去，咻，又弹去后面了，是哪里有问题？ 哪里有障碍？哦，放海边，这边，这样。他好像会往后丢哎，还是我误会了？其实这是反面，这不是正面，正面是这边。哦，哇塞，一直都是我误会，是不是？这个才是正面。再来试一次，那我觉得应该没问题了吧？1、2、3，弹。哦，对，这边是正面，好奇怪，为什么试的地方是正面？来玩球球啊！球球啊！被冷落的球，球哎，是球球哎，走过来。我不是要揍那只小的，我要揍这个球。快玩球！好可爱。他这样打转我都看得头晕了，怎么办？哦，我好晕。有点好笑。然后他们玩爽。啊，换下一组啊！球，八月，手，不玩球怎样？有了！干掉，送起来，干球！好可爱哦，怎么那么可爱？好啦，不务正业，又跑来养宠物，不务正业的。
Dick thinks you should be proud of all the potions you've brewed.
Tina 在哪里啊？
nice to see you, my young friend.
Revelio.
Ah, I have been meaning to speak with you.
I still can't believe we escaped the Ashwinders.
You may not realize it, but you are the talk of the school since you saved me that day.
I wonder how everyone knows about it.
I told my mother in the hope that she would be more forgiving of what I have been up to if it came from me. She likely told other professors, and news travels quickly. Unfortunately, she might, in fact, have been even less forgiving than I'd hoped.
I don't blame her for being concerned. We have been involved in some dangerous activities.
As the Ashwinders were locking me up and threatening my life, it did occur to me that my mother may have been right.
Has Officer Singer done anything with the evidence we provided?
She has not. Harlow is as strong as ever. Someone needs to stop him, whether it is us or Officer Singer. If someone had stopped the monsters like him in Matabeleland, my father would be alive today.
What exactly happened to your father?
It was a beautiful day. My mother had gone to tend to a neighbor who was ill, and so my father and I were galloping in the savannah.
Galloping? Your father was also an animagus, I take it?
He could become the most majestic giraffe, and he would carry me on his back, my arms around his neck. We were on our way home when we surprised a group of bandits who had come from our village. One of them saw me just as he removed a scarf from his face. He shouted and then aimed his rifle.
He didn't want you to identify him.
Exactly. In an instant, my father bowed his neck to protect me and was hit. As he fell, my father changed back into his human form. When the bandits saw this, they turned and ran in fear. Magic terrified them, and then he was gone. And it was all my fault.
Your fault? How so?
He died protecting me. If I had been capable of protecting myself, he would still be alive today. My mother and I tried to go on without him, but it became too much for us there. A few years later, we left to come to Scotland.
Do you think taking down the Ashwinders will avenge your father's death?
No. Vengeance is not what drives me. He and my mother raised me to... I know there is risk involved.
What does your mother think about all of this?
Well, as you saw, she worries a great deal. She misses him. As do I. So I believe on some level she understands, but that does not mean that she likes.
Do you think your father would approve of the things we've been doing?
Oh my, that is a good question. In theory, yes. Although he would worry as my mother does. But I think he, of all people, would understand my persistence. And I think he would have enjoyed knowing that I had it.
I'm sorry, Natty. I can't imagine what you've been through. Your father sounds exceptional.
He was. Truly, we all have our burdens.
Yes, I remember. Rain does not fall on one roof alone.
Exactly. Soon you and I will put an end to the Ashwinders, beginning with Harlow. And once he is gone, we will turn our attention to Rookwood. We are making progress. Thank you again for saving me. You deserve all of the praise you have received.
好像也没关系，我还是讲一下。大家晚安啦，咪，拜拜，晚安。